Glad to have you join us here on the Newsroom series. I'm Ayotunde Balogun. Today, our focus is on the South-South region. But first, here's our top stories. Nigeria's Vice President Kashim Shettima has arrived in Kebbi State on a condolence visit over the abduction of schoolgirls from Government Girls Comprehensive Senior Secondary School, Maga Village, in Danko Wasago local government area. He was accompanied by the Director General of the National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA, Zubaida Umar, and other government officials. The Vice President had departed Abuja for Kebbi on the directive of President Bola Tinubu. He is expected to convey President Tinubu's message to the people of the state, as well as receive a briefing on the situation for onward communication to the President. The attack on the Kebbi school claimed the life of the school's Vice Principal, Malam Hassan Makuku, who was reportedly killed while trying to prevent the bandits from taking the girls away. The police said on Monday that a combined tactical team were deployed to comb the forest in a bid to rescue the girls. Now, a violent bandit attack in Eruku, Ilkiti local government area of Kwara State has left 2 people dead, 1 injured, and an unspecified number of residents abducted. Eyewitnesses say heavily armed attackers stormed the community yesterday evening, forcing many residents to flee into nearby bushes for safety. Locals described the assault as sudden and intense, with gunfire erupting across the area. Community members report that Eruku has endured near constant attacks over the past 3 weeks, with repeated raids occurring despite multiple distress calls to local authorities. Fear and anxiety are mounting as residents there struggle to protect themselves and their families. The Kwara State Police Command confirmed the attack and casualty figures, noting that police operatives working alongside local vigilantes quickly responded to the gunfire. According to the police public relations officer, Adichon Ijiriadiemi, the swift action by operatives and their allies forced the hoodlums to retreat into the bush, preventing further immediate harm. In response, Governor Abdurrahman Abdurrazak condemned the attack and called for urgent reinforcement of security across the Eruku axis. He has requested the immediate deployment of additional security personnel to curb the new wave of violence and restore calm in the area. The governor assured residents that the state government will continue to support security agencies in safeguarding lives and protection of property across Kwara State, pledging ongoing efforts to prevent further attacks. Now, in Edo State, Governor Monday Okpebolo has called on the Muslim community to sustain their prayers and support for President Bola Tinubu ahead of the 2027 general elections, pledging support for the president's reform-driven leadership. The governor made this call while hosting members of the Muslim community at a special walima marking his administration's first anniversary in office. He expressed gratitude for their prayers, loyalty, and partnership, and reaffirmed his commitment to unity and prosperity for Edo State. The event also featured an award presentation by the Muslim community to the governor in recognition of his inclusive governance and dedication to service.
For the first time ever, we have in a South-South state, we have someone in the category of a special advisor, same thing with a commissioner representing the Arewa community. Alhaji Danjuma, appointed by the governor. And that is to show the inclusive nature of the governor, and he is doing so much more. We appreciate him for this, and the only way we can appreciate you is to give our best to service, and that is why we continue to encourage all of us, give your best, sacrifice, because the governor has done so much for us. We need to show him appreciation by serving with commitment, by serving with dedication, by serving with integrity and character and value.
From the beginning of this administration, we made it clear that Edo belongs to all of us. irrespective of your religion. We are looking for right mind, people that can deliver the job. I won't say because you are my brother, I won't say because you are my sister. The interest of a job supersedes my personal interest. And I urge you that you should continue to pray for our president. Nigeria is one.
It's another major stride in Bayelsa's ongoing push for energy independence as Governor Doye Diri led a detailed on-site assessment of the state-owned gas turbine installation in Yenagoa. The inspection carried out alongside technical partners and power sector vendors focused on installation progress, system calibration, safety checks and the readiness of auxiliary units ahead of its full commissioning. Governor Diri explained he is satisfied with the pace of work and remains confident that Bayelsa is on course to meet his administration's bold promise of 24-hour electricity supply statewide by December this year.
We're all satisfied, and we hope and believe that our dates will be sacrosanct. You know, for these gigantic machines, the short time with which they have installed them and giving us hope that our dates will be sacrosanct. You agree with me that it is actually plug and play.
Governor Umar Eno has sworn in Mrs. Elsie Anetie Peters as the new head of civil service of Akwa Ibom State. Governor Eno says the appointment was a decisive step toward revitalizing the state's administrative structure.
Governor Eno congratulated the newly sworn.
Permit me at this point to thank and celebrate the very immediate past head of the civil service, Elder Effiong Essien, for the great contributions he made in aligning the civil service with our governance philosophy, the Arise agenda, and for being in the vanguard of interpreting my vision to have a lean, professional, and ICT-enabled civil service. To the newly sworn-in head of the civil service, Mrs. Elsie Peters, given your background and experience, I have no doubt that you will lead a civil service where the key ingredients will be loyalty to the state and the governor.
It's just last year I was sworn in as permanent secretary. I wasn't planning for this. I wasn't expecting this, but as I said, only God does this. So for the Akwa Ibom State, I am grateful for your support. I look forward to more support. And for the civil service, I tell you, it's going to be all things new. The era of doing things different, the way we used to do them, is gone. You heard what the governor said. He expects loyalty. He expects all our support. He expects us to interpret the Arise agenda. I tell you, there's not going to be room for laziness. There's not going to be room for laxity. We have to rise up and support the state government. He has done enough for us, and we should show a loyalty or support. And moreover, we should take the civil service to the greater heights.
The federal government has reaffirmed its dedication to advancing higher education in Nigeria. Officials of the Tertiary Education Trust Fund stated this during the commissioning of a 244-bed female hostel at Kensarawiwa Polytechnic in Rivers State, constructed under the federal government's Special Intervention Program. The new hostel is set to be a testament to the government's focus on supporting tertiary institutions through timely and prudent investment in critical infrastructure.
Kenule Basin Sarawiwa Polytechnic, formerly River State Polytechnic, located in Bori Kana local government area, is one of the leading reference points for polytechnic education since its establishment in 1988. Despite its good standing in tertiary education, the institution is grappling with infrastructure gaps, top of which is the provision of student accommodation.
Recall that the campuses operated presently by Kempolin were inherited from the XY Regina Charlie Teacher Training College and Government Technical College, all in Bori. Hence, the outdated dormitories of those XY colleges were manageably renovated over time to be the quasi-hostels which accommodate just a few of our students for now.
To help address this challenge, the federal government, working with a local contractor through its Education Intervention Program, has constructed this 244-bed hostel, which is now being handed over for use by female students.
I can tell you authoritatively that every fund that was released for this project were paid on time. There was no delay, there was no emotional attachment. It was all about get the job done. So when the school had played their part, and TED Fund had played their part by releasing your fund as at when due, why will the contractor not play his part? It's therefore not a privilege that we did what we did. It is your right that we must do what we did.
In the name of God the Father, Amen. The Son, Amen. And the Holy Spirit. Amen.
The project is inspected for quality and commissioned by officials of the Tertiary Education Trust Fund, in line with its mandate to supervise and manage funding for infrastructure development in tertiary institutions.
We are here not just for commissioning of a building project, we are also celebrating a story of vision, discipline, and commitment. Of course, we wouldn't have had identity in less because I was made to understand that the rector is an engineer of repute.
Today's event is more than a commissioning. It is a celebration of partnership, vision, and progress. Across Nigeria, TED Fund has been commissioning completed projects in beneficiary institutions.
The completion of this project is being hailed as a reaffirmation of the federal government's commitment to empowering local contractors and strengthen tertiary education across the country.
With women still underrepresented in Nigeria's political landscape, the African Democratic Congress, the ADC, is renewing a bold push for gender inclusion, a message that took center stage at its Women's Summit in Port Harcourt, Rivers State. The party's women wing, in collaboration with the South-South Zonal Leadership, convened the one-day summit to strengthen pathways to inclusion, mentorship, and leadership across all levels of governance. Our correspondent, Deborah Agbalama, was at the summit and now reports.
The ADC Summit is positioning inclusion as the foundation for nation building, a call echoed by leaders across the party who insist that democracy cannot strive when women are left behind. The one-day meeting brings together party executives, keynote speakers, and women leaders from across the South-South to strengthen strategies for political empowerment and broaden the leadership pipeline.
But I couldn't read that.
In her welcome remarks, the ADC River State woman leader says coalitions are central to achieving justice and a shared national vision.
Where is welfare? We were ADC. Now we are in coalition. Coalition, the APC is here. The PDP is here. Am I lying? No. Labour Party is here. These are parties recognized by ADC. As long as we are in coalition, I want us to love ourselves. If you were a former woman leader in ADC and they have harmonized in your LGA, it should be legally being harmonized. Go and work with the existing ESCOs. Where there are lapses, you do what? You activate.
Keynote speakers challenge women to rise above societal barriers and take deliberate steps into leadership spaces with courage and accountability, reminding participants that empowering women yields stronger families, stronger communities, and more stable nation.
Nigerian history is replete with activities of women who show themselves in political struggles and in making sure that their voices are heard. It's not new, but there seems to be some gap in our political journey.
We're not in competition with men. We're not fighting them. It is our right to be there, shoulder by shoulder, with our husbands, with our brothers, with our fathers.
Say welcome to
the Deputy Publicity Secretary of the party highlights mentorship as a vital tool for building the next generation of credible women leaders.
Know that as a woman, you are a voice. We know the race is not easy.
And one thing you have to bear in mind that God has given every woman a mandate. And without the neck, the head cannot do what? Stand.
ADC women leaders say continued engagement and capacity building sessions like this will help advance women's political participation ahead of the 2027 general elections. Deborah Balama, Channels Television News.
When we come back after this, the wife of the Delta State governor urges deeper engagement from parents and teachers with children. That's in a moment. Please stay with us. Wife of the Delta State Governor, Tobore Oborewori, is urging parents and teachers to become more deliberate in raising children who possess essential life skills, strong moral values, and the right knowledge to excel at all times. At the Trainers Forum, she joins the convener and other facilitators in stressing the importance of collaboration between the home and the school in grooming a new generation of responsible adults and future leaders.
It's the Train the Trainers Summit, organized to tackle the increasing challenges of grooming children in a fast-changing world where they are exposed to numerous influences daily.
There is something you must do, you must have, to actually be able to be a trainer. Train up a child in the way he should go.
Both at home and in school, children need caregivers and educators who are adequately trained to guide them towards becoming disciplined, confident, and productive individuals. Represented at the gathering, wife of the Delta State's governor renews her call for more purposeful and well-equipped trainers who can help young people stay focused amid the growing distractions around them.
As parents, teachers, and members of our larger community, we carry a sacred responsibility to nurture, to guide, and empower our children to become confident, compassionate, and capable individuals.
Participants describe the training as an eye-opening experience that offers hands-on strategies for meeting the rising demands of modern-day parenting.
This summit has brought so much more knowledge to parenting. As we all know, parenting is not a day's job. There's a lot about parenting. You have to be intentional. You have to be committed likewise. So the summit is just to broaden the knowledge and our understanding about parenting.
You know, parenting is a very difficult task. Many parents just think it's easy to just bring up children, but in this area, this is a time of technological breakthrough, where children are exposed to so much vices in the internet. It is very, very important for parents to put more effort in bringing up these children.
The convener expatiates on why children need constant guidance on navigating the twists and turns of growing up and the need to enhance the capacity of those shaping their lives.
Issues we're having in the society today is because of failed parenting, failed mentorship, failed guidance. So we are having a generation where parents are too busy, either chasing money, they are absent in the raising of their own kids. We're also having situations where we have teachers that are not passionate, they are not committed to the classroom work.
It aligns with various advocacies on deliberate parenting and improved teaching methods expected to raise a generation of children better positioned for leadership and responsibility.
The Cross River State Governor Basi Otu has ascribed the formal return of the Tinapa Business and Leisure Resort to the state government as a battle fought and won for all Cross Riverians, marking what he called a new dawn for the state's economy. Speaking at the handover ceremony in Calabar in South Nigeria, Governor Otu explained the recovery of Tinapa symbolized not just the reclaiming of a major asset, but the revival of a vision that once placed Cross River State on the global economic map.
It's a new dawn in Cross River State as the once quiet Tinapa Business and Leisure Resort in Calabar returns to state ownership, marking a fresh chapter for business, trade and tourism in Nigeria's South-South region. Conceived in the early 2000s under former Governor Donald Duke, Tinapa was envisioned has a world-class hub to position Calabar as a major commercial and leisure destination in West Africa. It houses impressive facilities, including a massive shopping complex, convention center, hotels, a film studio, and entertainment spaces within the Calabar Free Trade Zone. However, over the years, financial challenges and lack of sustained investment slowed its progress, leading to the intervention of the Asset Management Corporation of Nigeria in 2011. That vision is reignited after 14 years as AMCON formally hands Tinapa back to the Cross River State government. Governor Basiutu describes the return of the resort as the battle fought and won from all Cross Riverians, a sentiment echoed by the executive director of AMCON.
The handing over represents growth in River State, employment in Cross River State, growth in Cross River State. I worked with the Finance Commissioner and the Governor to make sure that we got the facility back to Cross River State. Yeah.
Our leadership wants to care to make Tinapa better, stronger, and sustainable. I commend the leadership of Akwa Ibom for unanimity and recognition of the State General Committee. This is not just a handover of property, it is a restoration of pride and purpose in the people of Cross River.
The state government is already engaging credible investors and partners to transform Tinapa into a vibrant center of commerce and job creation.
When I say we are re-engineering the workability and the framework around the feasibility of this project, I'm saying we are considering options in forward integration in the agri sector, in manufacturing, in warehousing, in IT training, a lot of options that we are looking at. But of course, because Calabar is that place, is that tourist place where we want to come and live and be at rest, we'll still have a tourist hotel sitting down somewhere, a 5-star hotel that will be sitting down somewhere around this facility.
With Tinapa now back under state control, the Cross River State government says it's determined to turn the resort into a model of economic transformation and sustainable enterprise.
Still in Cross River, Governor Basiutu has reiterated his administration's resolve to deepen collaboration with the Nigerian Navy to boost maritime security and protect the state's coastal assets. He made the remark while receiving the new flag officer commanding of the Eastern Naval Command, Rear Admiral Chidozie Okehie, during a courtesy visit. Governor Otu commended the Navy for its long-standing cooperation with Cross River State, especially in ensuring safety across the creeks and waterways, noting that the Eastern Naval Command has remained a reliable partner in sustaining peace and combating maritime crimes along the state's coastal corridor. Speaking earlier, Rear Admiral Okehie thanked the governor for the warm reception, assuring that under his leadership, the Eastern Naval Command will continue to collaborate closely with the Cross River State government.
In line with the mission of the CNS, the Eastern Naval Command will work closely with the Cross River State government to enhance maritime security, support blue economy initiatives, and deepen civil-military cooperation. Your Excellency, I wish to assure you that the Nigerian Navy remains a steadfast and dependable partner in your government's drive for peace, security, and sustainable development. Together, we shall keep the waters safe and our communities secure. For in safeguarding the maritime domain, we preserve also the nation's peace and prosperity.
We've given priority to security here. It's very, very important. Especially now that our security is even threatened, then we have to be more alert and very agile to respond to any incursion or any issue from anywhere. Our challenges, you already know here. At some point, we had a rowdiness situation, but I believe all those things are coming under control. We know very well you cannot combat crime completely through kinetics. That's why we've tried to make sure that there's a mixture of the things we try to do in order to give opportunity to those who want to change. But there's total zero tolerance here for attack on services and attack on even the civilian populace. And for those who engage in those attacks, they must face the full wrath of the law.
And we draw the curtain on a Newsroom series with our focus on the South-South region. Many thanks for watching. I'm Ayotunde Balu.